Welcome back everybody to the channel. It's me, Alejandro Mendoza, or the Nerd Chicano. Either way how you say it, it's all good here. And we're back again for another video as we look at another film in our series at the moment, as we've been looking at the Small Axe 5 films from Steve McQueen set from the Criterion collection. And today we're going on to the third film in the series, Red, White, and Blue, featuring a stellar performance from John Boyega. As always, I hope everyone's having a great time. I hope you all are happy, healthy, safe. I hope you're watching a lot of films. I hope you're watching your films in your collection. Hopefully you all have been picking up some cool stuff. And as always, I thank you all so much for enjoying the videos. I thank you all so much for loving these reviews and talking with me in the comments and all that stuff. Of course, if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so you don't miss any update to the channel, any collection stuff, any review. It doesn't matter what it is, you won't miss it if you have that notification bell on. As well, can you please leave a like on this video, as all of that helps me out so much. If you do want to lend an extra helping hand, I do have a Patreon set up over at patreon.com/thenerdchicano, where you can get early access to videos just like the one you're watching right now, along with other cool stuff like video essays and other goodies that I have available over there. But of course, it is not mandatory, but it is appreciated if you want to continue supporting by watching the videos, subscribing, leaving a like, and turning on your bell. Then go ahead and do that. It is okay, and I appreciate any help that you all leave here. But without further ado, let's go ahead and look at this film from Steve McQueen with an incredible performance from Mr. John Boyega, called Red, White, and Blue. So before we can go ahead and get into the review, I'm going to go ahead and read this nice little introduction from Criterion. And of course, after that, we'll talk about the film, and then we'll talk about the transfer. Red, White, and Blue, both a hard-hitting indictment of structural injustice and a penetrating portrait of a complex man. Red, White, and Blue boasts a passionate, multi-layer performance from John Boyega as Leroy Logan, a research scientist whose decision to join London's notoriously racist Metropolitan Police in hopes of reforming it from the inside brings him into conflict with his family, community, and very sense of self. Based on a true story, this nuanced exploration of Margaret Thatcher-era racial tensions powerfully portrays the psychic struggle of a lone man going up against a system designed to crush him. The film does come with a nice little behind-the-scenes featurette. I did not get the chance to watch this one, but it is the one supplement that comes with this film. And of course, I thought the film was pretty good. I think the thing that stands out the most from this film is John Boyega's incredible performance as Leroy Logan. And I thought it was incredible. I mean, he really does command the screen with his presence, and he really gets into this multi-layered conflict within himself about his role to not just his family, but his role to his community as a black man, and the role to his people. And I think that really starts to show with his conflicts with his dad, who is very anti-police, and then those in his community who want less of a policing on them and are asking for a more safer approach to the police instead of the constant police brutality that they see going on from this very racist structure known as the London Metropolitan Police. The film is very topical for when it came out. I mean, it comes out in 2020, and that was the year of the murder of George Floyd. And here in the United States, we saw a massive change in the way that we wanted to handle policing. And that was a major aspect of that year, and especially where we stood as a nation. And I think that Steve McQueen really takes those themes and really explores it, because this is very much a idea of wanting to reform something from the inside. And it's very difficult, as John Boyega's character really faces all of these trials and tribulations, and being called these very nasty names by his counterparts there, and being discriminated against. It's very, very tough situation that he finds himself in, but he realizes that he's doing this for wanting to reform it and wanting to be the example of the better police and the version of the police that should exist in this world instead of those who enact very brutal practices. I thought it's an incredible movie. I really like the cinematography. There's so many good close-ups in this film. There's a really striking type of visual language that really shows how isolated John Boyega feels in this film, and how his character is trying to maneuver a world that just isn't for him, and he's been told before that it was not for him. And I think that just makes for such a visually impressive film, but also a very intriguing film, both storytelling wise and cinematically. Now let's talk about the transfer. So I watched this film on my Panasonic 4K player on my TCL 4K TV, and of course I'm gonna get it upscaled so it can mimic more of a 2K quality. And I thought that red, white, and blue looks stellar on my TV. I have no complaints at all. I think that this set, even though it's not the most visually, what's the word I'm trying to say, kind of like, not striking, but visually incredible. I mean, it's not something that was shot like on the greatest digital cameras. It's not something that was shot to look like a film that came out like this year or something, but it has a very distinct style to it, and the transfer really does bring that out of it. It really does showcase its strengths within the resolution, but also the color palette and the timing on that color. As you know, the greens, the blues, the reds, and they all just really pop on the screen, and they're really helped by that. And it really does create that atmosphere that Steve McQueen is playing with in this movie. As I've said, it's not the most amazingly, visually looking film, but it is a really impressive transfer. And like I said, I had not seen this movie before, so I don't have any references to look back at in memory of what this used to look like or what this looked like when it first came out. But I can say that I was really impressed with the way it looked, and the audio sounds fantastic as well. It was very clear, very crisp. Nothing sounds to be anything, bad. I think compared to Mangrove, it's the same way I describe Mangrove. It sounds really good. I love the way the Mangrove sound on Prime Video when I first watched it, and now watching it on the disc, it sounds even better. It sounds very clear, and you can't ask for anything more than that, man. I think that incredible visual quality and incredible audio quality as well, when these transfers really go a long way. Plus, the film is really good, and that's why I really liked Red, White, and Blue from Mr. Steve McQueen. To keep up to date with me on all things social media, make sure you follow me at The Nerd Chicano on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Letterboxd, Serialized, and on Twitch. I'm the same handle on all of those. Of course, if you want to go ahead and talk with me, you can go ahead and follow me there. We can discuss some movies and physical media. Please go over to the Nerdcore and check out our podcast. You can check out our website, thenerdcore.com, and you can find us on Kick, Twitch, and on YouTube. We're the same handle on all those three platforms. We've been doing some great work over there, so we would really appreciate if you all go and help us out by checking us out over there. And of course, in the next one, we're going to go look at the next film in the set. But for now, to my wonderful cinephiles and renowned scholars, celebrate the love of cinema today, tomorrow, and every day after. Catch you all on the next one, guys. Bye-bye.